I'm at Kapaun High School here with our latest high school female athlete of the week, presented by Distinct Inc. And great clips this week. It is Sara Claire Michaelis of Kapaun Soccer, a junior. Quite the performance against the reigning 6A state champs in Washburn Rural. It was a 4-3 overtime win for Kapaun, and Sara just so happened to have the golden goal in overtime to get the win 4-3. That's an exciting start to the season, to say the least. How thrilling was that last week, going up against the 6A state champs in Washburn Rural, a program that is always good? How exciting was it to get that golden goal to give your team the win?
It was pretty exciting. I honestly didn't expect it to be that type of outcome, but I think we showed a lot of grit and showed that if we can beat them, we can go far in the season.
Yeah, that was just, your second match of the season, going up against the 6A state champs, a program that is awfully good. Now, you don't want to shortchange yourself because you guys finished third in state last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like you're going into this thinking like, oh, we don't have the talent in the world, but you're facing off against the 6A state champion. So what was the mindset like for the team going into that match against the Junior Blues?
Honestly, we knew it was going to be a hard game, so we told ourselves that if we go down a goal, we just need to keep our mindset positive and keep our heads up when things don't go our way because, yeah.
Well, you had 2 goals in that match against Washburn Rural, and you guys were down to 10 players. And when you're down a player, that can make it rather challenging. So how did you go about equalizing the play on the field, on the pitch, knowing that you were down a player? So how'd you go about handling that as a team?
So we dropped one of our forwards back, and then we just left me up there, and kind of it was just they played it up, and it was just me sprinting after and trying to get to the ball. So yeah.
Well, that overtime goal, how did it all happen? For those that weren't there, was it just a breakaway? Somehow the ball just bounced right to you? It was early on in overtime period, so 90 seconds in, that's pretty quick, pretty rapid. So take me through how it all went down there for that goal to give you the win.
So our midfielder had a really good tackle, and she immediately played it up. And then that player played a through ball to the other person, and then they crossed in really early. And I didn't feel anyone on my back, so I just turned, and then they still weren't really closing me down, so I just hit it, and it went exactly where I wanted to go. So yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. Well, nicely done. That's certainly a confidence booster to be able to take down the 6A state champs from last year. I would imagine the squad. Of course, it's just 2 matches in. You got a long ways to go. The ultimate goal is to go out there and win a state championship for this upcoming year. But what does it do to the team knowing that you just got done taking on Washburn Rural?
Definitely a huge confidence booster for sure, but we also need to remember that that's just our second game in. We still have a lot more to do and work to do, so we're going to continue to work hard.
No doubt. Finished third at state last year. Of course, when you finish third, hey, we got ourselves a trophy. We got some medals. That's exciting. The ultimate goal, though, is to win a state championship. What was really the vibe like with this squad in the offseason going into this year? Maybe a squad that's hungrier for more and wanting to finish the job this year compared to last season?
Yeah, we're definitely excited, and I feel like our chemistry of our team is really well, and we all are really great friends. So I feel like just being able to be good friends and be on the field and playing together makes us even more excited for this year.
I was just going to ask about the chemistry aspect and just the team in general. Certainly the expectations are high. As you brought up, having chemistry is a pretty big part of the game because not only do you have to know where people are going on the field, but you also need to be away from the field, just understanding what people like, especially with practice and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
How have you gone about building that team chemistry as a team this year?
So normally during preseason, we do a couple of team bonding activities like scavenger hunts and stuff like that. So that's like a fun way to get to know the freshmen. But also it helps knowing that there's a bunch of juniors on the team. So just having a big grade, also you're already connected, and then you just continue to add the freshmen and other grades to the little team bonding thing that we have.
No doubt. Have you always played the position that you're playing right now?
No. When I was little, I played center back. And then when I moved to club teams, I became kind of forward and winger. So yeah.
Much more of a fan of that rather than being center back?
Yeah, center back is too stressful.
That's fair enough. How long have you been playing soccer? As you brought up, you do club, so certainly you're constantly just eating and breathing the sport there when it comes to the game of soccer. when did you first get going, and at what point did you go, you know what, I'm going to continue the soccer thing? This is actually kind of fun.
I started when I was like around 3 because both my sisters did it, so it just kind of ran in the family. But I think, honestly, my 5th grade year, I was like, I kind of want to do this and continue it through college, and high school. So
Yeah, well, you'll get the opportunity to do it at college,
Yeah.
which is exciting. A commit of Oklahoma State, so you'll go down and you'll be a Cowgirl playing in the Big 12 Conference, which always features some pretty talented teams. What sold you on going down to Stillwater, Oklahoma, to be an Oklahoma State Cowgirl?
Honestly, just the coaches and the team atmosphere there, I really loved it, and just everything about the campus was beautiful. And yeah, I'm excited to be a Cowgirl.
Yeah. Did you have, I mean, did you ever think, like, of course, the goal is I want to go play collegiately, but that doesn't always just happen. It doesn't take place. So, I mean, at one particular, what was the first moment, I guess, that you had that made you go, all right, well, I got a shot at going to college and playing soccer? Of course, getting that first phone call is probably where it all begins. So, was Oklahoma State the first phone call, or is it someone else that kind of made you go, all right, well, this is a good starting point, but now I got some more work to do to try to maybe climb up the ladder a little bit more?
Yeah, well, my club does a really good job of trying to get us connected to the college coaches, and we go to showcases and stuff. So they weren't my first phone call, but I did have a couple before then, so I got acclimated to the phone calls and stuff, and then they did call, and then, yeah, that's where it all happened.
The recruiting process, it's always so much fun.
Yeah.
Love the recruiting process. It can be a little daunting at times for sure, but it's exciting to have the opportunity to be able to go through that process, to say the least, and to commit as a junior. You did it last fall, so now I guess it's on to just playing soccer, just playing freely in some ways, right?
Yeah, definitely a reliever off my shoulder
Yeah,
for sure.
to say the least. How excited are you about the World Cup that's going to be in the U.S. here before too long?
I'm really excited. I wish I could go to a game. Maybe I can. And have to ask my mom about that one. But
Well, you'll be locked in, right? You'll
Yeah.
be practicing, you'll be doing club, all that lovely stuff. So, but it should be a lot of fun. A lot of people are going to be coming over to the United States to be a part of it. So, looking forward to it. Well, Sarah, appreciate your time, and best of luck to you the rest of the year. And maybe we'll talk to you again after a state championship. Appreciate your time.
thank you.